That's another issue that you need to take with you if you want to memorize the Qur'an al-Karim. And finally, and this is the hardest part. This is the hardest part that you can have. After you finish everything and you memorize it and you know that you have memorized it, write it. Write it. Well, I don't know how to write Arabic. Write it in English. You know that when they say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Write it with those words. You know, Alhamdu, A-L-H-U-M, Hamdu, U, Lillahi, L-I-L-A-H. My God, you know, by the time you finish, you're an old man. But write it down. Do you know what happens when you write it? You're not going to forget it again. Inshallah. Inshallah. If you take these, I guarantee you will memorize the Qur'an al-Karim. And don't give up. Time is on your side. You don't have to finish in 30 days or in a year. You can finish in 3 years. You can finish in 5 years. You know what? At the end, you're going to finish. But if you say, oh my God, 3 years is too long, and you give up after 3 years, you still have nothing. Correct or not? I mean, how many of you said, I want to memorize the Qur'an al-Karim, and then you never started, and 2 years later, you're still saying, I want to memorize the Qur'an al-Karim? It's never going to happen. Oh, I want to get my my bachelor's degree, but you never go to school. It takes you 12 years just to get out of high school. Imagine. It takes you 4 years to finish your BS, and it's all BS. Excuse my language. I'm serious. You want to memorize the Qur'an? Start right away, and time is on your side. If you live to finish, alhamdulillah. If you die and you didn't finish, Allah will reward you for your intention, even though you did not finish. Like that you memorized. Alright? But you want to make sure that you want to memorize it, and you start. And don't ever give up. You know, and I advise the brothers that teach Qur'an at the masjid, don't beat the kids. I'm serious. You know, we Yemenis and Somalis, we beat the kids to memorize the Qur'an al-Karim. The teacher's there with the stick all the time. Even if he didn't hear what the student said. Why'd you hit me? I don't know. What is that? What do you mean you don't know? You cannot teach the Qur'an with the stick. I am against this. I am against it. I am against it. Because we need to have our kids love reading the Qur'an, not being forced to read the Qur'an. You understand? When you beating those kids with and then you say, well, we finished with 15 people that memorized the Qur'an at the end of the year because we were beating them. No. Because probably that's never going to help them anyway. The Qur'an is ruh. قَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ قَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ رُوحًا مِّنْ أَمْرِنَا. Ruh, you know? It's soul. You can't beat the soul in. It has to blend in. It has to blend in. So may Allah bless them there, that teaching the Qur'an, you know, Masjid Abu Bakr and all that. May Allah bless them. Just don't beat them. Beat them for math. If you have to. Tayyib, inshallah. With that, inshallah, we come to a conclusion. We get to the question and answer. I thought question and answers are at nighttime when everybody's asleep. Because I was looking at the schedule, and from 9 to 10 is from 10 to 11 is question and answers. I said that's the best time. Those who did the schedule are very intelligent, because that time everybody's asleep. We can answer and say whatever we want. It says in a hadith that on the day of judgment, the first thing that will be asked of a person is their salah. So one who have memorized and learned the tafsir of the Qur'an but does not pray, will the Qur'an still save them? Yeah, because eventually the Qur'an will give them guidance, inshallah. And yet, you know, I've seen some people, not a lot of people. I've seen some people that memorize the Qur'an Kareem, and for whatever reason, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. But eventually, if the Qur'an stays in them, they'll go right. Otherwise, the Qur'an will leave. The Qur'an will exit their hearts. The Qur'an al-Kareem cannot exist in a person's heart if that person is not good. You understand what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. But they might go wrong for a while, but they'll come back. They'll make tawbah. Otherwise, they'll forget the Qur'an. إِنَّ الْقُرْآنَ لَأَشَدُّ تَفَلُّتًا مِنَ الْمَرْءِ مِنَ الْإِبِلِ فِي عُقْلِهَا. Rasul says the Qur'an is so quicker to be lost, to escape from a person, than a camel is to escape from his rope. So if you don't pay attention to it, it'll go away. If you're not praying, the Qur'an will go away, inshallah. So hopefully memorize the Qur'an, it'll protect you, inshallah, and make you go to the masjid and make you pray. And the hadith is true. The first thing that a person is asked Yawm al-Qiyamah is salah. And if the salah is right, everything else is right. If the salah is wrong, everything else is wrong. But that doesn't mean that that person go to hell either. That doesn't mean that that person go to hell. He might go for 1 million or 2 million years. And he goes out. Because لا يخلد في النار من قال لا إله إلا الله. No one is going to stay for eternity in hellfire if he had said La ilaha illallah and was a Muslim. But like I said, they might go for a couple of million years. And by the way, 1 day is equivalent to 1,000 years of our time. So you will do the multiplication. 1 million times 1,000. I don't know. Even though one dip in hellfire can do the all. I read the Qur'an in English every day. Or I read the Qur'an in English every day. Do I get the same thawab if I read it in Arabic? No. The Qur'an is only in Arabic. What you read in English is not Qur'an. It's translation of the meanings that the translator understood from the Qur'an al-Karim. So it's wrong to write it on the book, the noble Qur'an. Because it's not noble in English. It's not Qur'an in English. The Qur'an can only be in Arabic. Qur'anan Arabiyya. Qur'anan Arabiyyan ghayri dhi iwaj. Qur'an Arabi. Allah Ta'ala mentioned it 7 times in the Qur'an that this Qur'an is Arabi. Is Arabic. Anything else, in Swahili, it's not Arabic. In Aramaic, it's not Arabic. It has to be Arabic. You understand? The Qur'an cannot be accepted in Arabic. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose this language, and that's where the miracles come from. But if you read it, do you get rewarded for reading the meanings? Yes. You get reward for studying the Qur'an al-Karim. Even if you studied it in a different language. But you don't get the alif, lam, mim thingy, for every letter there's a hasana, and for every hasana is multiplied 10 times unless it's the Qur'an al-Karim. Alright? And if you can't read it, turn on the tape and listen to it. But shame on you if you can't read the Qur'an al-Karim. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.